Hello again, everyone at YouTube. I'm finally back with a new video, and today I want to talk about the brand new horror movie that just came out, released by A24. Right now, probably one of my favorite production studios, The Witch. So, in case you don't know, The Witch is a movie about this family back in the Puritan era, back like 15, 16, like the 1600s, I should say. Maybe it's earlier than that. I can't remember. But this family decides to leave this town for religious reasons, and they go to live off in the country, isolated from the world, basically next to this forest. One day, a member of the family is kidnapped, and it starts to cause paranoia amongst the entire family, and they start to wonder if certain things are not as they seem, or if they're all just starting to go completely insane, basically, and it's pretty good. But of course, because of this family's beliefs and the superstition lying in some of these places in this time period, witches were not something you made a joke about or anything. They were legitimate threats to people back in this time period, and it made for a great period piece as well as a really good horror movie, in my opinion. And I think all the actors did a very good job, especially these two little kids who are supposed to be fraternal twins in the movie. They annoyed me, but that was their job. They were supposed to be the most annoying kids I ever had to hear in a movie. That was the point of them. And it worked out really well. The girl, I don't know her actor's name because I'm stupid and I don't look up this stuff before I do a review, but she did a very good job. The boy in this movie also did a very good job, and I think at some points he was okay, but there was also sometimes, especially one scene in particular, where I'm like, yes, good job. Yeah. the the people playing the mom and dad also did a very good job, and I love the dad's character in this movie. I'm not going to spoil anything, but it gets kind of intense, and he did a fantastic job in the end. And other than that, I really don't have anything to say about the characters, but the movie itself really, it revolved around these characters, and it made them all feel unique in their different ways, and it made them all seem like you didn't really know everything you needed to know about them. Even the father, at times, you're questioning his motives. You're like, should I trust you? No. Another thing I really have to applaud this movie on is the use of its sound and music and the ambiance of it all, because there are times in this movie where they used music so perfectly. I was just like, this is probably one of my favorite scores of the year. The music was used to heighten the tension in the situation. The tension was built up so well in so many situations in the movie. The music starts to kick in and everything, and you're just like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? Also, the sound effects, sound in general is all very well done. I really enjoyed listening to this movie as well. And Yeah, and sometimes they don't need sound. Sometimes there's no music or sound whatsoever, and that was a really good thing that the filmmaker did. Is they didn't use sound all the time, and that was good because it really helped elevate the tension as well in the movie. And overall, the sound and music was very well done. I have to give the whoever did the music and everything for the movie some round of applause and everything. Yeah, he did a really good job. Good, the composer, I should say. One thing I also really have to applaud the movie for before I finish up this review is the portrayal of the witch. I'm not going to spoil anything, but the way the witch is used in the movie and its meaning as the witch by the end of the movie actually made it pretty well portrayed, and you think yourself, oh, good job. That's, wow, nice. That's a good way to utilize that. Good job. At times I really started to think of movies like 2001: A Space Odyssey, The Thing, The Shining, all movies in which you have this very haunting feeling behind them. More, not as much The Thing as much as 2001 and The Shining, but it really, the claustrophobia of the area and the uncertainty of all the characters and everything really makes for a great movie. And not that it's as good as those other three movies I mentioned, but it really was a great horror movie for what it was trying to do. And A24 has produced another great movie, and I think it's Robert Eggers, I think is the name of the director. He did a very good job at directing this movie. It all was flawlessly played out. And guys, I gotta say, The Witch is worth buying on Blu-ray. Guys, I want to thank you so much for watching this review. I really like this movie. I definitely think you guys should go out and see it before it leaves theaters, because I'm sure that's not going to be too soon. I'm sure that's not going to be too far away, where it's just going to boom, it's going to be gone from theaters because it's not getting high gross or anything. But yeah, I definitely do think you should watch it. And if you like this video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And comment below what you think of The Witch. And if you haven't seen The Witch, what's your favorite horror movie or movie in general that takes place in an isolated location? I'd really like to know your thoughts and opinions on that stuff below. And if you'll excuse me, guys, I'm going to work on my Eddie the Eagle review. Stay tuned for that. Goodbye.